we'll say it, and like we said before, we'll say it again. We don't give a flying fuck because half the shit that they're talking about up there looking like fucking one, two, three, three. It look like four, five, six, seven, eight dummies on that panel up there with this bullshit. Like we need it. We don't need to keep hearing this garbage. It's all an attempt for you to make sure that he does not run for president again. That's all that panel is up there to do. And all the accusations and this new found information and all kind of garbage. We don't give a flying fuck. Now I mean, because whether Donald Trump is there or not, or whatever you choose to do to get him out of there, that's your ass. But we want to make sure that that black people step up and put the pressure where pressure should be. You know what I'm saying? We see now the Demon Democrats notch a victory in competitive midterm races as we see Fetterman beats Oz, as we reported before. We're not going to go over that again. You know, so we see a Republican win New York's second congressional district as a result in the Suffolk County race delayed by 3 hours. So we see, you know what I mean? We see where situation is critical. Italy, you know what I'm saying? Italy, far-right government enacts anti-migrant plan with their racists behind. Like they can't take on a couple of migrants themselves. You know what I'm saying? We see track vote results. New York, Suffolk County election results website launches a leak. You know what I'm saying? We see Trump indictment odds skyrockets after bombshell. Mar-a-Lago reports. Legal experts say we don't give a damn about that again too. You know what I'm saying? But we see Republicans in New York governor's race accused of running racist campaign. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what racist campaign is they talking about. Because a lot of people like to make accusations. We see the Republicans in New York race accused of running a racist campaign ad. The Zeldin ad is said to imply that black men with mental illness was violent attackers, but the footage showed him needing intervention. You know what I'm saying? New York State Republican gubernatorial Lee Zeldin is being accused of airing a racist and misleading ad by what is it? Missuing image of whatever image of a mental ill man who was killed by Brooklyn police 4 years ago. On April 4th, 2018, officers from the 7th Precinct shot and killed Shahid Vessel, 34, in Brooklyn for holding what they thought was a firearm. Listen, you know what I'm saying? You can't accuse the Republicans of this type of behavior. This is demon Democrat work. It doesn't matter what he got shot on, because if you was a police officer and you was an officer in New York City and, you know what I'm saying, under the guns and the pressure of what goes on in that city, we must start to look at, you know what I'm saying, the different mental illness that's in our neighborhood, whether we like it or not. There is a lot of mental illness due to the drugs, the guns, the gangs, and the terrorism of our own people on our people in many ways. This goes back to even Sean Porter and many different, the drug era, I would call it the crack era, and so forth and so on. You know what I'm saying? We're seeing many killing right in front of the children and all kinds of stuff going on. A lot of mental illness is in our black neighborhood, and it needs to be straightened out. Whether, you know what I'm saying, and I'm not saying Lee Zeldin is right in what he did. What I'm saying is we have to face the fact that there is a lot of mental illness in the black community that's going under the radar, That should not be going under the radar because the person seems normal. We want him to fit in, and he's a friend and a family and a person we know in the neighborhood, and we want him to fit in. So we try to, ignore many of his so-called advancement on the community till we see places like what we see going on in Chicago and many other cities, where, every time we turn around, we hear it, every single black neighborhood is represented as a whole black neighborhood as a killing field or some kind of battleground where you have a murder capital. So these are not normal mentality things that we really, want to hear about. You know what I'm saying? So we need to start to look at this from a better perspective. We see the midterm results. Trump impeachment lawyer Daniel Goldman wins in a heavily Democratic New York district. Go ahead, what? Tell up. American white population will become a minority in the year 2045, according to projects. Well, that's going to happen to many different races of people, and you got to understand that. You know what I'm saying? But we have to make sure that we understand as we go along that, because these type of people have the mentality that they want to kill everybody else because their race is being, slowly extinct somehow. I don't know. Because they do a lot of shit to people and this country and this world to where we see all the scientific understanding and a lot of it is bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But we see Huckleberry Sanders, first woman elected as Arkansas governor. You know what I'm saying? Probably a demon Democrat as usual. We see demon Democrats claim victory in state campaign. There we go again. We see The View host Whoopi Goldberg, you know what I'm saying? Goldberg, okay. Joins in celebrity exodus from Twitter. It's so messy, you know what I'm saying? Well, goodbye from Twitter, but we need Twitter to remain. You know what I'm saying? As long as Elon Musk is making money off it and you could say what you want up there, that's important. Whoopi Goldberg. So, you know what I'm saying? While you exiting, y'all go to and find a new one. You know what I'm saying? When talking about it's so messy, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to get out. You know what I'm saying? And and if it settles down, I'll feel more comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'll come back. Well, that's good for you, Whoopi Goldberg. You know what I'm saying? But we need places like Twitter to be spinning and spranging. We see the race in Georgia going down, you know what I'm saying, as we see with Herschel Walker versus Ralph Warnock, in the Georgia U.S. challenge going on, you know what I'm saying, and I think Warnock over there blowing a lot of hot steam, doing a bunch of line as well, you know what I'm saying. So we see a lot of this due to many of the elections, you know what I'm saying, going on, as we see it. So we're going to look at some other things as we come through before the night is out. You know what I'm saying? We see here where we have another joint coming in. You know what I'm saying? From the see what is it? Coming in from the Independent. You know what I'm saying? Where we see gunshot fired into family's home of a North Carolina GOP candidate, young children asleep inside. Oh, so we see the FBI has launched an investigation after shots. Notice Lee Zeldin was attacked, then by a deranged Vietnam vet, so it says. Then turned around and he was somebody was shooting outside his house and so on and so on. I think the person that was shooting outside his house got caught. Like I was saying, notice how that happened, you know what I'm saying, that every time we turn around, you know what I'm saying, something is going on with the GOP being shot at or somebody shooting at their house or something going on. Same thing we saw going on with Nancy Pelosi, you know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of different changes that we're seeing in our government that we should not be seeing going on.